goes. Boom, boom, boom. Done. And we are live. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to this week's session of the Adventurers Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We are still waiting on some of our party members to join. One of them is still currently not going to be able to join this week, just simply due to some other engagements that he has to make. But that's okay, we will keep going. Avram, you can go ahead and heal up.
Sorry, what was that?
You can go ahead and heal.
Yay! I realized I didn't do that.
Here, I'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
And let me do a refresh just to make sure that actually hit you. Okay, so I did heal your character. I noticed it on my Twitch on the Twitch page actually. I was like, wait, you're a little bit low.
Yeah. Sometimes with the very bad awful day we had last night.
Yeah. It could always be worse.
That is true. I could be dead.
Yeah.
And again, that also may not necessarily be worse
Wow.
in circumstances.
Oh, that hurt. Just a little bit. There's the dice I want. Gotta bring the dice blocks out. I mean, what?
Bastard.
No, I didn't pull out multiple dice blocks.
No! How much d6 damage you taking?
So I did the math, just because of something from another campaign I'm thinking about. And maximum fall damage, if you're using, we'll say Allegory Earth, would be 44d6 fall damage. You would have to... What?
44 points of damage total?
No, 44d6.
Oh, all ones, right?
Right? To get that fall damage, you would have to fall 450 feet. Because it takes a human being approximately 12.8 seconds to reach terminal velocity, and that takes about 450 feet of vertical drop.
Oh, good to know.
No, I did not get bored. By the way, the terminal velocity of something that has the density of, say, like a steel defender would be about 220 feet, which it'll reach that in 18 seconds. At a total fall height of about 700 feet. Well, no. Yeah, about 700 feet. So that would be 69 d6.
I tried your 44d6 just to see what would happen. Only 155 points of damage.
So you were actually a little bit higher than average. Because average on 44 should be about 130, 120.
Yeah, I felt really, really bad. I literally wanted just to see 44 dice be rolled up on my screen here. That's really
Just covered the whole
How about
game.
that?
Right. So we are currently waiting on energy. With that said, I don't know that I am going to keep waiting on energy. We will go ahead and get started. I'm going to give them a transition. It's going to look like crap here for a minute, but...
Alright. We missing our druid again?
Yeah, Mr. Druid will not be in today.
He had a relapse.
He's still working. So.
Damn time zones.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's more of like the damn 12-hour days. So, we will start today's session off as most sessions in this do, because we are in a academy at the moment. So, the dawn has just broken. It is a fairly clear day out, and you all are waking up in your dorm. So, what are you guys wanting to do for the day? This is a Friday. You currently do not have any classes scheduled. And last session, we had kind of talked about how there are missions and bounties available. And it's up to you whether or not you want to approach a mission or if you would rather try for some type of bounty. Or if you want to go do something else. The choice is yours.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
Like, my stuff literally just came on this second. So give me a couple minutes, I will be right there.
Yeah, not a problem.
Oh my God, you got a fresh internet. He's gonna be streaming tonight. Basics 101. I don't know. See what the difference are between missions or bounties on the board, and I guess figure out, first day, was it third day of college? Let's figure out how do we, apply for the new club. How do we get paid?
Okay. So you all are currently still in your dorm room, or team room, whatever you want to call it. So we'll go with dorm room because that sounds nice and fancy.
Fluffy.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. You have kind of come to the conclusion that while, this school does provide knowledge, it is largely a fend for yourself type world. And even some of the instructors take that approach. In fact, I would say most of the professors that you have met take the approach of fend for yourself.
Yeah, like I said, so let's get at some point we'll need to get everyone together. What's that?
We have to make sure that we register if we're going to go after anything. So I think we should figure out what the registration process is so that we can go ahead and not screw up and cost people things and bounties and.
I'd also like to go to the administration building to register because I also would like to see if there's a cleric or religious person in the town somewhere.
The other option I'll point out is my dude's choking down trail rations. We had I had mine caves marked north of the town because I know that you were mentioning something about maybe mining so you could get metal to work on equipment and learn how to be a blacksmith too.
I would be okay with that too.
So, admin building and see if anything lines up with, your objective and the rest of our objectives. Because if it does, oh shit, two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So I will say right now that for this session, your druid will currently be sick in bed.
Again?
Yes,
relapse.
Again.
Oh my God!
I just have to say,
Professor Morton has made a comment. Professor Morton says the ranger is way too serious eating trail rations in an academy where there's a cafeteria, not but a 5-minute walk.
I'm hungry. I'm a growing critter.
Yeah, you're growing something, that's for sure.
Damn it, James. All right. Do I have to pull Twitch up to see who's talking trash?
No, I as they talk, I will read them out because they could interact or interfere or help you or hurt you.
I know where you go. I know where you all live.
That was something else I was kind of wanting to talk to y'all about. Would you guys be interested in doing in person?
If it's feasible, but
Yeah, not yet. I'm not there yet.
That's fine. No, that's quite all right.
It's rough enough just meeting random people every day with my mask and goggles on.
Totally understand. Totally understand. Because my thought process was once we're able to start hopefully getting back to some semblance of normalcy, keyword semblance of normalcy, I would build out one of my tables again so that you have a tabletop to play on that puts the maps right on the table.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would definitely be interested in talking about that once we're on the other side of this, whatever this is.
Yeah. So for now, this is kind of how we are going, but I will let you all know I live about an hour north of Tampa, and an 83-inch monitor does not move well. By the way, the table is 83 inches. The monitor is 83 inches.
so it's the whole table. Got it.
Oh no, I'm gonna build some edging around it and all that, but yeah, it's a big boy. You've seen pictures of it, Lucky.
Mm-hmm. Hey, wait a minute.
No, you have. It's the one that I currently have in my office. So I just gotta figure out how to get it to my house.
I'm not even asking.
So, Lucky, can you confirm it's 83 inches?
Oh my god.
It's like a sort of exaggeration.
And this is exactly why my door is closed and the kids are on the other side of the house.
TV, there's TV. What are you talking about?
You guys are killing me.
Okay.
All right, I am ready to go, by the way.
Okay.
Alright, so we're down a body. But
Yep. But that's okay. It happens.
yeah, so then the basic non-basics is grab breakfast, now go hit the admin office, and then see what the day brings to our doorstep.
Okay. So I know that Lockjaw is heading towards the admin office.
I will.
Same here.
I think
Okay.
Wow.
Avram and Energy, you are all heading towards the admin offices as well. So are you stopping by the cafeteria or are you heading straight to the offices?
Breakfast first. See what goes on.
Okay. Yeah, so you get to the cafeteria. It's a standard breakfast period. They're standard meals, so they've got some sausages, some scrambled eggs, some greens and fruits and different things like that. And you see just the standard students milling about. Not too much is going on. There's some hushed conversations occurring around the environment, around the cafeteria. It does look like most of them have grouped in groups of 4. Yeah, with that, unless you guys are trying to do anything, you sit down and eat breakfast.
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Do we happen to see? Because when we did weapons class, there was that one ranger that was by herself.
Roll perception.
It's always making me work. Hey, wait a minute. 18.
She is there. She is currently eating breakfast. It looks like she's sitting with some of the other people you've seen in the sparring ring before.
Okay, so she's not running solo anymore.
She's sitting with other people eating breakfast and conversing.
All right, well.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No, it was just because of the combat. Our group walked in, and the other group was there, and then she showed up as a solo. I didn't, with the amount of students who were lost in training, didn't know if she ended up being a solo flyer or not. Which, look, I'm a ranger. I'm gonna like double check on anybody in our same class, being like, "Yo, you good? You need a team up? Assistance? You looking for anything?" One of those kind of like professional courtesy among rangers.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Courtesy amongst rangers. Got it.
Look, we can only trust ourselves and our critters and our immediate closest friends. So if you're running solo, it's kind of like, you good? You all right? Something happened?
Listen, you don't have to explain what you're doing, what you're thinking. I get it. I'm all about it. I'm, team launch out here. No worries.
Okay, everybody roll perception.
That's right. Yeah, everyone's now staring at us as we stand in the middle of the room.
21.
You see her get up from the table and start to walk away. Everybody else is still sitting there. Well, I think a lot of that depends on their upbringing, December.
All right, I'm just gonna sit down at the nearest table and start eating breakfast and not be a savage.
What, you don't want to go talk to her?
She got up and left. She's got her thing. She seems to have people that she's not running solo completely, which is good. So I'm
Okay.
going about my business. So I'm eating. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Last time I was in here, I said something that pretty much got us kicked out of here, so I'm okay.
You caught an arrow last time I checked.
I'm getting through this very quick.
Okay, Energy, are you doing anything? Or I'm sorry, I should say Arrakis, are you doing anything?
I'm good. I'm just following the group.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you all sit down. You do start to eat. You make it through your meal. No, nothing crazy happens or anything like that. And I believe now you said you were wanting to head off towards the administration building, or the administration office, not building.
Building office.
Yeah.
Source material.
So you make it to the administration offices. As you enter the administration office, as you enter this, you do see a fairly large central area. There's a fairly nice oak desk. It reminds you kind of like the visitor desks that you would see walking into a larger building. So about half height. There's a countertop on top of it. Space for someone to sit behind it and go about their day. There's filing cabinets kind of all over the place. Go ahead and roll perception.
14.
4. I'm oblivious. I'm like, ooh, shiny things.
Oh, not. I like shiny things.
Okay. So, Arrakis, you do see that there is kind of a board off to the back behind this main desk area. You also see the headmaster talking with Professor Mortem and Professor Grendel. I'm sorry,
Is there anyone
Grickle.
at the desk? Like
No,
Is
no, there's
anything-
nobody at the desk. They're kind of talking out over. They're not being quiet. They're not trying to hide anything, but it looks like they're just kind of having standard water cooler talk around the nice big coffee maker. You can see some other an office just outside of that. or just beyond that.
I go, gentlemen, I think that might be the board we're looking for. I can't quite make it out, but should we go check it out?
There's nothing stopping us. There's nobody else in the room, no secretary.
No,
Like, it's not
Not at
blocked
the
off or
moment.
anything?
no.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go lumber up like a giant ball of metal and scales.
Okay. Lockjaw approaches the board. Does anybody else approach the board?
I will as well.
Okay. So Arrakis, you join your fellow Dragonborn at the board. You see a lot of different kind of different teams are on the board. More than anything else is that's what you notice is different teams with different years, year numbers associated to them, and then there's another number on there. It looks like it could be completed missions, comparing your team's ranking against some of the other ones. It looks to be something like completed missions or something to that effect.
Do we see our names on there?
Yeah, your team name is on there. Right, you see your team, you see Arrakis, Lockjaw, Avram, Flintock. You see a first there, you see a 0 there, and that's it. It's a very empty page, a very empty piece of parchment, really.
What do the other teams look like?
So there's a bunch of other teams with various names on there. Some say second, third, fourth. You see some of them have 3 members, some have 4 members. There are some individuals listed. But then you see where that 0 is on your sheet. In a lot of cases, these have been crossed out, and you see tally marks in its stead, and then down the right side of the sheet opposite of your names you see just a bunch of different what would appear to be missions or bounties that were completed. Some of them have names that you recognize, like wargs. You see some owl bears, displacer beasts, hippogriffs, harpies, bandits, elementals, things like that. And then you see a whole bunch of other numbers next to it, but they don't make any sense. Well, go ahead and roll intelligence.
Great roll. 8.
Yeah, you don't know what the numbers mean.
18?
The numbers appear to be, while at first they appear to be random, kind of taking a look at the entire board, you get a feeling that these might correspond to case files or some other type of record keeping method. You're not sure if it's the academy that uses this or if it's the council that uses these. Go ahead and roll perception. Everybody roll perception.
Uh, 19 plus 1.
24.
23.
Okay, so you all have been kind of looking at the board, but you also take a look around and you see that the professors have both kind of left the area. The headmaster is just sitting there drinking some coffee, watching you.
Just kind of do that thing, is smile, and then turn back to the board and be like, all right, let's try not to make ourselves look like idiots like last time. In Sylvan, for what the pants, I might have to save my ass.
In Sylvan, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keep talking languages I can't understand.
What did you say?
So let's try not to make ourselves look like fools in Sylvan in front of the headmaster.
And I'll turn and say, "Good morning, headmaster."
Good morning. How are you? How are you finding your first Friday at the academy? How are you finding your first week at the academy? And then in Sylvan, the headmaster looks straight at you and says, "Now, why would you make yourself look like a fool here?"
I'll just face palm for a second and be like, take a deep breath and go back and Sylvan. Well, headmaster, well, since the last time we had an encounter with you, we didn't exactly know the rules. Now we're trying to make ourselves smarter on this now and do things the academy way.
What encounter are you talking about?
The mimic?
What? At the bar in town?
That was not an encounter.
Our first meeting, or sorry, second meeting, considering the first time we saw you, you were on stage introducing us to pretty much go kill something.
That is true. So what can I help you all with today? My assistant normally is manning the desk, but she has taken a sick day.
We are, and I'll just look back over at our rogue, kind of like, you the man.
We are looking to see if there's any missions or bounties that we could by chance register for, and therefore, once complete, hire the said bounty that is on it.
Well, there are always missions available. I can go take a look at that, but I'm not sure what do you mean by bounties.
Well, the last one that we quote unquote completed and didn't register for, bounty was claimed by somebody else, and apparently we cost the academy the percentage cut that it so rightfully deserved.
That is very true. You did cost us about 500. Well, no, I think that was about a 200 gold bounty. So we lost out on about 100 gold there, which, in the grand scheme of things for this academy, honestly is nothing. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do? Because I do have several different types of missions that are available, and they are available to first years.
Well, actually, my good friend over here, Mr. Arrakis here, is actually interested in, and I put to Arrakis return.
Yes. Sir, we were looking for maybe a bounty that we could complete or attempt, and while that adventure may take us to the city, I also wanted to see if there was a cleric or a religious person that I could speak with. As you asked about our day or our week, I don't know if you've heard, but it was a very trying time for me yesterday in the battle arena. And I've had some very strange dreams. I think I know what I need to do. I think I know where my journey needs to go. But I'm wondering if maybe a cleric could help enlighten me on that path.
Well, I'm sure that, have you sought out, my head cleric, have you sought out Professor Grickle?
No, sir, I have not.
Or Grilko, yeah. Well, why haven't you? She is a rather well-known cleric.
Well, as we're still getting our footing at this academy, we're learning every day. So I will seek them out immediately.
I'm sure you can find her probably in the healing in the infirmary and the healing ward. She does have an office there, and she does tend to normally stay there, unless she's teaching a class or has been requested by the council.
I
But
see.
but as far as that, what type of mission were you looking for? As I said, I do have several that you could choose from.
Is there any north of the main city north of here? Towards the mountains or the mines in that direction?
There is one. There's a village north. It is a mining village. They've had some various encounters, and they've had several townspeople go missing. Some of the city guard went missing when they went up there to look at it. So the council has reached out to us to try and figure out what's actually happening up there. Based on its location, I see no problem with sending first-year students out.
Sure.
All right.
Last time we spoke after the mimic encounter, you had mentioned that had we come to the administration, they may have been able to provide some information. Is there any other information that would be helpful as we go north to look into this issue?
Nobody's been able to give us an accurate description, and you see him go over to a filing cabinet, and open it, start rummaging around in there a little bit, and he pulls out a piece of paper. Yes, here's the information. They're not sure what it is, but given the location, there's a few different things it could be. There's a number of mountainous monstrosities that perchance could be there. I mean, it could be bandits as well. But based on how people are disappearing and nobody's coming into town trying to make any overt actions, I would say that it's most likely some type of monstrosity. Maybe displacer beasts, but that'd be pretty rare for them. Those tend to be much more wilderness, much more forested areas. Could be peritons, but not sure about that. Could be owl bears. They do tend to nest in caves. Could even be hippogriffs. They've been known to be out there as well.
Do I know anything about any of these things?
Roll intelligence.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
16.
Yeah, you've heard of most of them. You know, displacer beasts are somewhat cat-like. You've heard of owl bears. They're an owl mixed with a bear. And you've heard of hippogriffs. You know they can fly, but that's really about it with them.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you very much, Headmaster.
If there's nothing else, you can sign up for the mission, or you can head back to studies, or head to the Citadel.
I mean,
Hi.
we could sign up for it and take a quick run by the library.
But are you asking me, or
No, I'm sorry. My apologies, Headmaster. I've turned and say that to our team. And like, well, we got some info. Let's make sure we're really smarter than we were last time.
If it'd be okay while you guys run to the library, I'll run to see if the cleric is in. Professor Grolko.
If that works.
So-
This way we'll.
are you?
We'll
I
sign-
think we'll
Yeah,
would like
yeah,
to
we'll
sign
take
up
it.
for-
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Make sure you bring back proof of whatever it was. It is currently at 1,000 gold, so The academy gets 75% of that.
Is the proof how the academy gets paid? Like, we have to bring back the proof in order to claim the bounty?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm good. I'll turn and start heading towards the door. Head out.
Well,
Okay.
I'll follow through. Quickly try to remember everything he told us for critters and be like, all right, let's make sure we're aware of what we're dealing with potentially.
Okay. So you Lockjaw and Avram, you make it to the library, no problem. Arrakis, yeah, you make it to the healing ward without a problem.
And is the professor in?
Roll perception.
Oh. 19.
She's not immediately visible inside of the healing ward. You don't see any students in any of the beds. You don't see anybody in any of the beds, but you do look through and you see a window that looks like it goes into her office, and she is sitting in her office. She appears to be reading something.
I would go up and knock at the door.
Yes? Okay.
Good morning, Professor. I was talking with the headmaster this morning about some distressing dreams and distressing activities that have been going on this week. And he told me to speak with you, that you may be able to help me.
Well, I'll see what I can do, child. You are a paladin, are you not?
Yes, ma'am.
To which deity do you pray to?
I've been praying to Bahamut, ma'am.
So why did you choose Bahamut? Or did Bahamut select you?
I have been striving for justice. I try and live as honest as possible. Since being sent here by my parents.
I see. And have you done anything in the past week that would be counter to your goals? Have you been not living justly? Have you not been honest?
Well, ma'am, my group and I went on an adventure. One of my fellow companions happened to take a couple potions, and while I, kind of shook my head at him, I didn't say anything, especially when the nice lady that we were helping had given us some. I didn't speak up, and I think that has been the issue here recently. At least that's what I've been led to believe. I feel as though, I had a dream, and that scene just kept playing over and over in my head, and made me feel very uncomfortable.
I see. And are you responsible for the actions of others?
I feel as though I'm responsible for others. I try and protect others. That's.
And when your compatriot took those bottles, did you try to protect the store owner?
I mean, no, I guess I did not.
Did you try
looking
to?
back,
Did you try to stop your compatriot from taking the bottles?
again, I just looked at him, gave a little shake of the head, but I wanted to move on.
Anyone else's ears burning? As I go back to reading.
You guys can go ahead and roll investigation. Lucky, you can roll investigation with advantage if Avram's going to help you.
I got a +2, so.
Okay. I'm going to keep going with Arrakis here for a second.
I got 6, unless you want to roll by yourself.
So it sounds to me like you have failed in your endeavor to be a protector and honest. While you are not responsible for the actions of others, you do have an obligation, especially as a holy paladin, to do everything in your power. And while I'm not suggesting you strike down a compatriot, just simply letting them do what they wish without, at the very least, chastising them could very easily be seen by, as you say, your deity to be in a direct offense to what your goal is as a holy warrior.
No, I agree. I think that's the lesson that I've learned. I think I will strive to assert myself more with my group. Again, it's the first week, and I was trying to be nice and get to know these fine gentlemen. But sometimes it's hard for me to act in that way.
I understand. Well, if there's nothing else, child, you can continue on your journey for the day. I have a feeling your deity understands and will.
One last question.
Yes, child.
How would you suggest deepening my connection with my deity? I'm not aware of any religious houses in the area, as I'm still new here and still learning.
One does not need a religious house to have a connection with their deity, child. Religious houses are built by man. They're built by us.
Yes.
How do we know what the deity actually wants?
Well, I mean, I do say my prayers. I do try and build that relationship. I just thought that you may have some other information. But thank you. You've been very, very helpful.
You're very welcome, child.
Thank you.
And she looks back down to her paperwork and just keeps continuing on about her day. All right. So what'd you guys get for investigation rolls? 4?
Head over there too.
I get my kids or tails what I'm looking at.
Okay.
4, which
Alright.
then makes me want to go back to the library and be like, I can't work this. Is it Dewey Decimal or is it some other system? I don't. And I just hold the paper of all the notes of the creatures that had master list and be like, I need info on these, please.
Well, I mean, we don't typically keep information on monstrosities in the library. That'd be more of the biology section in the biology classrooms. Professor Bling tends to hoard that information.
Thank you. And I'll go walk by and grab the rogue and be like, run the wrong place.
Okay. And yes, December, deities definitely want a skull fortress in the woods.
Building Grayskull?
I'm gonna start making that.
Okay. So you all are leaving the library, and Arrakis has left the healing ward, and you meet up on the main path.
Cool. Be like, so the library is the wrong place? We want biology department. So we can figure out what we might be up against.
Okay.
So Go find the professor. Go to biology.
Head over there.
Yeah, we'll at least go there ahead and see if anyone's around.
All right, I'd be more than happy to follow you, gentlemen.
I'm following you today. I'm going to take a back seat.
Go here.
All right, let's go.
I want to get through a day where I don't feel like I'm going to die, and then I'll be okay.
I just look at him and be like, man, you picked the wrong Dragonborns to hang with then. All right, moving on.
Okay.
This is not let you die, sir.
So you all start to head back into the main building. You go to your classroom that you would normally find. And roll perception. Actually, roll investigation.
Who, everyone?
Yeah, everybody. I agree, December.
19. God damn.
Natural 1.
Which one are we rolling again? I'm sorry.
Perception.
No, you said investigation.
I'm sorry, investigation. That's correct. And Arrakis, as you go to walk in the room, you just walk smack dab into the door and bust your nose.
This is becoming a recurring theme.
Oh man.
Okay, there are no books in the you don't see anything in the classroom itself, but you just see a door off to the side that looks like it might be
Teacher.
an
I was wondering
office
if
of some type.
We'll walk up and knock on the door, preferably without our faces.
Okay, so you walk up to the door.
Professor Bing?
Nothing.
There's no response.
Was the door open?
It's closed.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. So the door was closed. Can we hear if anyone?
Can
What
you?
was that?
Is it unlocked?
I don't know.
Are you going to try the door?
Yes.
Okay. You go to open the door handle. The door handle turns freely, but the door doesn't budge.
Door's locked. Okay.
All right. Well, I guess they're not here.
Yeah. And you said there's no books at all, nothing left out in the classroom.
Do you have any textbooks in our room?
Make an intelligence check.
I can't remember if this was like Hogwarts or not.
6.
3.
20.
Yes, you do have. Avram, you do remember that there are textbooks actually in your room.
This feels like a bad chase scene. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go back to the room and I guess look and see if we got a manual on any of this stuff.
Okay, so you go to your room. You guys make it to your room, no problem. You rummage around for a little bit. You find the biology textbook. Doesn't really describe any. Yeah, it doesn't describe anything really on monstrosities. It talks a lot about different types of animals that you would find. Talks a little bit about human anatomy or humanoid anatomy, I should say. But there's nothing really specific about monstrosities or anything like that.
Awesome. All right, so this has been a giant run around like we're trying to find our homework and being like, well, option B, fortune favors the bold, and go into the woods we go.
I say we do. We've tried. Let us venture forth.
Worst comes to worst, we come back to school and go, yo, we found something. We need help.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, all three of you, and it's probably, it's not quite noon yet. It's not quite midday yet. It's still early in the morning. So yeah, you all start heading out towards where it had told you, where the mission was identified.
Yeah. A town north of the main city.
Yep, so
Yeah.
so it is a town north of Perm by one of the mining academies. Or by one of, not mining academies, by one of the mines. I didn't mean to say mining academy.
It's a mining town.
Yeah. You most likely won't find it on a large map. It is just by a mine. It is a mine, really. So the name of the mine is the Corinth Mines, and that's what's listed on the paperwork that you had saw. So it'll probably take you, if you head straight there, it'll take you about 6 hours to get there.
Okay.
It's about 15 miles away.
Brisk walk.
Yeah. Just over 2 miles an hour, so you're not strolling, but you're not running either. You are you can always stop by Perm. That'll adjust how long it takes, all of that. So it's up to you guys what you all are wanting to do.
Okay. On the way out, I will swing by the equipment locker, supply depot. Make sure I'm loaded up with arrows, loaded up with my gear, basic trail rations, stuff like that.
Okay, so you're able to get 20 arrows. You're able to get enough rations to feed you for 5 days.
Yep. Got that, got my ropes. Yep. Okay. And I'm good on that. Don't know if anybody else wants to grab anything on the way out the door.
I will grab some as well.
What are you grabbing?
Some food, provisions.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get enough provisions for 5 days. Enough trail rations for 5 days.
And I need to get
You have a bedroll and stuff?
You already have a bedroll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just wanna make sure.
load out.
We're heading out kind of late.
You already have a bedroll.
Yep.
What was that, Avram?
I need to add in my crossbow and crossbow bolts.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
18.
Okay, yeah, you are absolutely able to find just a light crossbow. And you can get 20 bolts for it as well.
Any armor, shields, anything like that around?
Nothing that would be any better than what you already have.
I'm good.
Okay. So, with everybody having everything, having gathered everything that you wish to gather, you do make your way out of the academy, and you start heading north.
Okay.
Well, you start following the roads north, really.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. There, the crossbow's been added.
I just added them.
Okay.
Here. Can me? Yeah, I just added it.
As you start to progress north, you are following the main roads. You're following a well-worn road into Perm, the same road you walked down last time. It's a very well-traveled road. There's no real signs or indications that you truly have to be on your guard on this section of road, as almost everyone who traverses it is either escorted by the military or adventurers themselves.
Okay.
As you're walking down the road, you do pass several horse-drawn carts, looking like carrying supplies, and they're heading towards the academy. Continuing for the next couple of hours, you've just gotten north of Perm. This is again a fairly wide road. This road's actually significantly wider than the academy. The road to the academy. This is a road that's plenty wide enough to have two large carts traversing in opposite directions. So you can keep going down this road. Go ahead and roll perception.
9.
7.
9, 7, and
14.
13.
14. 1 4.
1, 4. Yeah, you get Avram. You do hear a cart coming up behind you. You know, it's not coming at any type of a rapid pace or anything like that. But or I shouldn't say rapid. I should say it's not running or anything like that. The horses aren't running. It's just heading on in a steady pace. And as you turn to look at the cart, you can see two really large draft horses pulling this cart. And sitting on top of the cart, you do, well, holding the reins, driving the cart, you see a dwarf driving the cart.
Okay.
Ooh!
Ooh?
I think he said hello.
Oh.
Ooh!
Oh. Hello there. How are y'all doing today? And you can see him pull back on the reins a little bit, slowing the horses to a very slow walk. I'm fine. Yeah, just another day dropping stuff off. Where are y'all heading?
We're headed to the mining town.
The Corinth mines, sir.
To which mining town? There's lots of mining towns.
The town by the Corinth mines.
And what's your business there?
We are on academy business.
I see.
There have been reports of some missing people. We're gonna go see if we can't either locate them or find out the source of why people have gone missing.
Ah, yes, there. It's quite unfortunate. Several of my clansmen have went missing, and it's a shame. I'm not normally a carriage driver. I usually work in the mines, but this has been a trying time for all, and we must deliver the material.
Cool. So you're on your way there now?
Yeah, Corinth isn't my ultimate destination, but I will be stopping there for the night. I can't be running the horses ragged. Why?
Would you mind if we join you?
Roll persuasion.
You should not be the face person.
I help support him with the persuasion.
11.
You haven't said anything to aid him, so I'm not giving you advantage. 11?
Yeah.
I'm really not supposed to let anybody on my cart that's not associated with the mines.
But we are associated with the academy, and we're actually going there to help out the mines. So anything you could do to help us would be greatly appreciated.
And sir, you could also tell us anything you may know that may help us solve this mystery.
And help find your missing clansmen. And I'm going to use my background as folk hero. Since I came from common folk, I fit in easily, and unless I show them myself to be a danger for me, they will shield me from the law, search, and pretty much won't risk my lives for me. But he's not going to be hostile towards me.
You all do make valid points, but the thing is again, it's my job. If my supervisors find out you were in my cart, and I very much like my job.
We offer a tribute for your assistance.
However, I'm not sure if he is looking for money. If he may, that'd be fine. We could help with that, but I think he really wants his assurance that we won't mess up his job for him.
No, I mean, we can bail up the cart, a mile outside of town if it makes him feel better.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna put more wear on the cart, and the horses are gonna have to work harder.
No, come on. I'll just point. Oh my god, this is horrible. I'll just put me in the dragon where I'm like, look, we can't weigh much more than what the horses normally drag, and then I'll point to the elf being like, look, he doesn't weigh anything. I'll pick him straight up.
Do you resist?
No.
Roll strength. Roll a strength check, Lockjaw.
11.
You are able to pick him up, but you were intending to pick him up in a nice, clear, smooth, fluid motion. But no, it's a little jerky. It seems like you're having a little bit of a hard time just getting him completely above your head. You do make it, but it appears as to be its like max weight for you.
Sorry.
As I said, I understand that, but any additional weights, more work on the horses, more wear on the carts.
Sir, the only thing that we may be able to do is pay for the wear on the carts, and if I'm able to, when we get there, I could lay on hands on your horses and heal them up for any wear that they may have.
It'd have to be 5 gold.
Oh, easily done and done. For you, sir. You, sir, are a good man.
In fact, I will give you 10 for the trouble.
Oh, and just hop on up. So you hand over the 10 gold. He grabs the gold. And he continues on his way towards Corinth. It's the back of the cart isn't super comfortable. I mean, it's a wooden cart rolling on wooden wheels. There's a little bit of a suspension to it, but you are going down a dirt road, and it's bumpy, but it's definitely better than walking. So, this cuts down your travel time to the Corinth mines by about 2 hours. So you're able to make it there in about 4 hours as opposed to the 6.
So we get there about 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah, about 3. Yeah, about 3 to 4.
On the travels, what information can we extract about his clansmen, what they were doing, what he thinks is running around, causing the issues?
Well, I don't know what's causing the issues. And as I said, I don't work the Corinth mines. It's just because of these disappearances, they've been having a hard time filling any miners' positions amongst the Dwarven brethren, and the other races. They're just not as hardy in the mines. As far as exactly what's been happening, I couldn't tell you. As I said, I don't really. This will be my first time stopping in Corinth in some time. I don't work this mine. We're working here as a favor to the clan that runs this mine.
What can you tell us about the clan that runs this mine?
Make a persuasion.
You asking all these questions require persuasion.
Where is that on my list?
Oh, I'm not helping you.
I don't know. 8? I'm bad at asking questions.
They're a good clan. They produce ore just as much as everybody else. I have no issues with them.
Do you happen to know a person there we could speak with? Maybe the person in charge?
Well, every mine has a foreman. I'd recommend talking to them.
Any particular person that you may know of?
I know most of the foremen around here. I'm not sure which foreman is at the Corinth mine right now. They've all been changing around lately.
Okay. Anybody particular, if they're there, should we seek out? Or should we ask for somebody in particular that you know and trust?
Roll persuasion.
No, I stuck my tongue into it. I rolled a good old 12.
Jopmeg's been there for a long time. He tends to know what's going on. He's not a foreman, but he is a shift leader.
Excellent.
Okay, so is there anything you would recommend to drink while in Corinth?
Oh, good old dwarven ale's about all you're gonna find. It's good enough for us dwarf. It ought to be good enough for you dragons.
I don't know the last dwarf when I was squad. Never mind. I'm just gonna let that trail off.
Everybody go ahead and make perception.
Ooh, of course now I roll good. 22.
14.
So Lucky, you see as there's been a lull in the conversation. You see that the dwarf, he's looking ahead. He kind of reaches into his jacket and takes a swig of something and real quickly puts it back in.
I'll be like, so what you drinking?
Just some water.
Insight check, dwarves don't drink water.
Okay. Roll insight.
16.
Yes, it is absolutely not water. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, come on, seriously, what you drinking, man?
Smell it on his breath.
Well, it's a whiskey I picked up in town.
Ooh.
They're like, well, what's the name, man? You know, if it's that good, we might want to pick it up on our way back.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it was a whiskey.
Okay, well, everything's got a name.
It's You're gonna make me generate a name, aren't you?
No, okay.
It's not that.
You may be spotted freaking sipping it, off a flat. I'm like, what you drinking? If it's not critical, just be like, it's Fireball. We'll move on.
No, it's Black Velvet.
Bring the memories. All right, moving on.
Hey, it's better than MD 2020 or Mickey's grenades. Come on.
All right, moving on. So he's drinking some he's drinking bottom of the barrel shit?
It's whiskey. He's a dwarf.
All right.
I get it.
You get it? Are you pickpocketing him?
So in your
never-
travels, have you heard of any monstrosities in the northern lands that
Well,
are common?
recently we've been having to deal more and more with owl bears. They've been probably the most common ones around. Nasty things. They like to come down the mines.
That's not good.
Yeah. All right. Are you guys trying to get anything else out of him, or just keep going?
No, I mean, listen, when I was getting questions, I mean, we've gotten information about the clan, point of contact, potential critter.
I think we're good. I don't think we're gonna get much else out of them.
Okay. Well, yeah. So then, at that point, you guys, you keep lightly conversing, just swapping some basic drinks and drink recommendations and just basic chit chat. Not giving away anything, but not really gaining anything either. Eventually, it does reach about 3 o'clock, and you pull up towards this mining town, and off to the left side of the road, you can see. It's not a shanty town, but it is hastily constructed. It appears most of the buildings are single-story buildings. They're wood with thatch and branches and pressed down on top of leaves for the ceilings. There you see mainly shutters. The shutters that are open on the buildings don't have any glass. It's it's a very basic environment. Yeah, it's it's not quite shabby, but it's not a shanty town by any means. You can tell they take pride in it, even though it is a very simplistic design. Over on the right, you do see a much more advanced. This is almost all. You see a lot of stone work here over on the right side of the road. You see a lot of iron and other types of metals in there. Very large, multi-story facility. You get the impression, you see smoke coming out of some of the areas. You get the impression that that's more of a foundry than anything else. So it does appear like they smelt the material, or at least the vast majority of the material right here. And then they transport it as ingots or plates into town. You're not... Roll perception.
Just in time.
8.
16.
Yeah, you see a bunch of iron, what looks like iron plates off to the side. Not quite ingot level, right? You know, they fairly large, but still able to be moved by hand. Might take 2 or 3 people, but it can be moved by hand. This doesn't require, equipment or anything like that to move. You see people kind of walking back and forth. Nobody's really running, per se. They're not aimlessly wandering. They're just moving across different areas, trying to move with a little bit of a purpose. You see carts coming out of the mine and heading into the foundry. And you also... You hear a large bell chime out, and everybody hears this. And after this large bell's chimed out, you see a bunch of dwarfs coming out of the mines, and some of them are heading into the town. A lot of them are heading into the foundry, and after another couple of minutes, you see some of the ones from the foundry. They're starting to head over towards the town area, and some of them are heading down into the mines as well.
So they're heading down mines now?
Some of them are.
Maybe it's like a shift change or something. It sounds like some are coming out, some are going in, some are going to the foundry, some are going home. Is the gentleman who brought us, is he stopping to do any of his... Is he going anywhere to do whatever he needs to do here?
Well, he's... all right, guys. Here's about where I can take you. I need you to get off the cart, because I gotta take it into the foundry and where the stables are, so the horses can be rested.
Yeah, we got it. Not a problem. Dismount. As graceful as my large dragonborn will do.
Okay, so as you dismount, your feet land. You see a bunch of dust just kind of come up from where your feet landed.
Sir, where might we find the foreman? Might you know?
Shift leader.
He's probably in the town area. It is second shift, and the foreman tends to spend the first shift down in the mines. So he's probably in the town area, maybe getting some food. He'll be over to the foundry before too long, just to check it out, do some evening paperwork, and probably retire back to his room.
Thank you very much for your assistance today. We truly appreciate it.
No, thank you for the gold. Have a good one.
Gentlemen, should we go see if we can find a bite to eat in this foreman?
Yeah, I agree. I'll pay, because, is the cart pulled away from us?
Yes.
I'll just look at these two and like, you guys massively overpaid, in my opinion. As we walk into the bar, tavern.
Well, he was a kind gentleman who helped us out.
I'll just look at the Dragonborn and I'm like, my fellow Dragonborn paladin, just shake my head and be like, oh, this is going to be rough as we go into the bar.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back on good graces with whatever he's trying to get back on good graces with.
Yeah, I'm all for it. But this is going to be a real fun time.
Normal situation, I would have gone ahead and taken that bottle of whiskey for myself, but I understand right now it's not that time.
Yeah, he's still awake. All right.
Yeah, you're able to walk into the town and you're conversing while you're doing this. You're getting a lot of weird looks from the dwarfs around you.
You're having trouble with their height.
No, it's not the height. It's more of the you're not talking quietly. So they hear, as you're walking down the road, they're hearing fairly large bits and pieces of this. And as they heard Avram, go ahead and everybody roll perception.
God damn it.
12.
7.
21.
Okay, yeah, most of you see this. Most of you see them just kind of like subconsciously pulling their jackets a little tighter or checking their pockets, making sure their pouches are closed, giving you a little bit of a wide berth.
Said I
Whisper,
didn't.
I'll whisper to Avram, "You're making them nervous. Let's bring it down a notch."
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Talk about paying when I don't not thinking we're overpaying. I'm the gregarious, wonderful, super rogue. Brings all the presents to the kitties.
Okay. So as you all are doing this and you walk closer and closer towards the center of the town, or you see a fairly large building, you start to smell meats you smell a lot of meat coming out of it. There's a really heavy odor of ale as it's wafting past your noses. You see smoke coming out of the back chimneys.
We head that way and head in.
That's what I would do.
Okay. So as you all enter this large building, it becomes obvious the second you open the door, you just get assaulted by all sorts of savory smells. All sorts of different meats are being cooked. Almost you look around and almost everybody has what appears to be some type of flagon of ale, or you would assume it's ale based on the heavy odor of alcohol and the heady odor of the ale.
Oh, if Flintock was only with us, he'd be in heaven.
I'm out of here. All
If I
right.
remember correctly, Lockjaw, didn't you say you were buying this round?
Yep. So I'll say, go find a table. I'll go get the drinks.
All right. I'll head over. Do we see a table that, a 3 top, basically? 3 or 4 top?
Roll perception.
Uh, 19 plus 1, 20.
The majority of the tables you see, they seem to sit 10, 12, 14 people. They're very long, straight tables. You do see some areas around there that have some smaller tables, but those tend to be more towards the walls. The majority of them are filled. But there are a couple of those really small tables out there that you think you could fit all 3 of you at. You could also sit at several of the open areas. It doesn't appear to be anybody that tells you where to sit or anything like that. It seems like everybody kind of knows what they're doing.
I'll go pick one of the more open areas, like maybe the end of a long table, something like that.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and sit down.
Avram, you coming?
Of course, I'm right behind you, boss.
All right, Lockjaw.
I'll head over to the bar and find the barkeep.
Okay, so as you approach the bar, you see lots of dwarfs sitting there just drinking ale, talking to each other. You see the barkeep kind of running back and forth, grabbing a bunch of different steins, filling them up, setting them off to the side. You hear him yell out. Oi! Usuda! Table's ready!
Okay.
Um,
Can I flag down?
as he says that, you see a female dwarf. She's wearing fairly clean clothes, but she does have a fairly large serving tray, and you can see her kind of running table to table. You see her give a thumbs up and then start scurrying her way back down to the bar to drop the one serving tray, and you see her just kind of wrap her arms around the about 6 of the steins and just run back off towards the next table.
Oktoberfest, got it.
Um,
All right. I'll get the bartender's attention. Shouldn't be-
Okay, yeah, it's not hard. You're a dragonborn in amongst dwarves. He was already kind of eyeing you, but he was busy running around. Yeah, what can I do for you? I'm a little busy if you can't see.
Oh. I need 3 good meals and 3 good drinks for my team. And how many doors are at the bar?
At the bar?
Yeah. It's gonna hurt.
There's 12 across the length of the bar.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw down 10 gold and be like, for my meals and drinks for everybody, as much as this will go around.
3 meals, that'd be 3 silver. I mean, how much gold did you throw down?
10.
10?
Overpaid.
A
just making it
full
rain,
stein
man.
is 5 copper. I mean, you pretty much paid for everybody in the bar, everybody in here for a drink. Thank you.
And next
You-
shift,
you-
where else?
You've just made my life hell. Get to your tailor. Ursula, she'll bring your drinks out. It's not hard to find you.
Okay,
Go.
I just smile. And I'm taking that out of my inventory now.
And as you're leaving, you hear all the dwarves at the bar start clamoring, "I want my drink! I want my drink!" Rah! and you just see the bartender just sigh and just put his hands in his face, just completely morally defeated by what just happened.
What? He's got a good night.
Yeah, he now has to fill like 60 drinks because everybody heard you.
Chaotic mutual. Chaos, baby, chaos. I go down and go sit at the table.
Okay, yeah, you go sit at your table.
And I'm like, food's coming, and so are drinks.
I'm getting a little hungry for lunch. Yes. We'll kind of like look around, see if we notice. I'd be looking for someone who I thought was in charge, a foreman, some
Roll
sort.
perception.
Natural 20, 21.
Nice.
Okay, just so you guys know, I don't do like natural 20s on ability checks. It's not an automatic success.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I just let you know.
It's important that you tell me if it's a natural 20 because it'll influence things, but it's the only critical success, critical fail is attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you look around and over on one of the private tables, you see someone that's he's not necessarily not dressed nicer than everybody. His clothes are definitely cleaner, and he has a much longer beard. Yeah, and he's just sitting there staring at you guys.
Okay.
Can I whisper in Sylvan? Hey, see the guy over there?
Yeah.
The cleaner guy?
Mm-hmm.
One, he's cleaner than all these other dwarves, and two, he's kind of looking at us.
Well, I may or may not have made the bar interesting for the night.
You do.
In my defense, I just bought meals and drinks.
Well, that sounds good. What's wrong with that? That sounds great.
I just smile, and that's all I'm saying to the paladin. I didn't do anything wrong. What happens after that's not my fault.
At this point, you guys see Ursula run up and just she's just out of breath and panting, and she just sets 3 massive steins down. Here's your drinks. Sorry, it's really hard for me to do a high-pitched and angry voice.
So I'm just imagining Merida pissed off. How about that?
Yeah, about right. Your food will be out shortly.
Okay. Real quick, can we get her to take a moment in time and ask her like?
She's
quick,
already gone.
Damn.
You screwed the pooch on this one.
No, this whole thing. Everybody likes us now. We're a leg up from the last place.
Everybody likes us. It doesn't seem like the staff pretty much cares for us here.
The gentleman who's looking at us, does he seem happy? Does he seem irate with us? Can we tell?
He's
I mean, he's
inquisitive
like, hey,
about you.
Or what?
He's inquisitive. He's not watching you out of anger or hate or anything like that.
We stick out.
Other than the fact that he's more clean, does he look generally out of place? Kind of like we look out of place.
No, he looks like all the other miners.
Okay. Well, I'll be the kid. I'll just lean over the road. Like, yo, why don't you invite him over and see what happens? I mean, shit. I paid for everyone's drinks at least once. And I just smile, really big crocodile smile.
May I call him over? Would you like me to call him over?
Yeah.
I kind of do a signal to the guy and see if he wants to come join us.
Maybe raise a glass. Give a little head nod.
Okay.
Yeah, he slowly stands up. He grabs his stein and just starts slowly walking over to you guys. He's not wary or anything like that. He's taking his time. But right here, he does eventually get up to your table. But right here is where we will take a break.
Okay. Sweet.
Cool. Yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
So. Oh, we're doing well. None of us have died, and we haven't killed anyone yet.
That's true.
We haven't affronted our buddy's god yet, so I consider that a win at the moment.
Yeah. All right. So you all you were sitting down eating a late lunch. You invited this dwarf who looks fairly clean over towards you. Or at least he's cleaner than everybody else, and you invited him over towards you all.
Okay.
And he slowly made his way over to you, and now he's just now standing in front of everybody. So, you're not from around here. Not that much is plain. What brings you to our neck of the woods?
We are from the academy, and there was a notice that something was happening around here that we were sent to investigate.
Aye, there's been some strange disappearances. Many miners and their families have, not necessarily their families, but miners' families have come up missing. And while some dwarves decide that they no longer wish to mine, this is something that is pretty outside of the norm. They've had some of the city guard from Perm come up here, and none of them made it back. Yeah, it's gotten to the point where many of the people here, many of the dwarves here have taken to only leaving a mine when they need to.
Any idea what might be causing these disappearances?
Can't say for myself that I have too much of an idea what's going on. We know it's not natural. It's not normal wildlife or anything like that. Our hunters haven't come across anything that would scream out of the ordinary to them. They've always kept to the southern side of the village, though. They tend to hunt in the woods anyways, so not a lot of hunting goes on the northern side of the village, and it does seem to be that kind of is where a lot of them disappear from.
The southern side?
No.
Yeah.
Is it northern?
Yeah, the northern side. Nobody's disappeared from inside the village proper, but the city guard went up to the northern side, and they never came back. That's why we put out the bounty to the academy.
Okay. All right, well, that's good to know. We didn't catch your name, sir.
Dodmer. My name's Dodmer.
Well,
Are you the foreman?
I am the foreman of this mine.
You would sum up your
lovely.
feedback.
No, go ahead. What's that?
I was just complimenting him.
Y'all don't strike me as the type that have been into too many mines before.
I have not.
Go where we're at. We go where we go where we're needed. So far, mines have not been one of those places.
I definitely didn't grow up around mines. I'm just now learned my way around a forge. So
I can see you, a dragonborn, swinging a hammer. Swinging a hammer pretty well. I don't know that you'd make anything quite like we dwarves make, but I could see you giving it a fair shake.
well, like I said, I'm just starting, hoping to learn and do well. Just been working on some pieces laying around.
Well, best of luck to you. It takes our dwarves many a year to become a master with the anvil.
Great.
So yeah, that's about all I got. Is it's whatever's happening's happening on outside of the northern end of the village. There were some caves up there. We before we opened Corinth Mine proper, they explored those caves, but they didn't really come across anything worthwhile, so they've just kind of left them there. We found a cave just a little bit south and east that gave us better access to the minerals inside.
Okay. Well, that might be some place to. Have they been checked out recently?
None of my dwarves have ventured out that way. I can't say what the guard did.
No, it might be. No, it's a place to start.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Well, thank you for your information, sir. Enjoy your drink.
Oh, well, enjoyed this very much. It was on the house.
It'll be on the house all night.
Thank you for the host show.
Has her food made it? She throwing it, just threw the platter at us yet.
Yeah, your food made it while you were conversing, and y'all ate it.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So,
I think we
and
need to
I'll
go
just
check out.
say, not necessarily a whisper, but just a, across the table. So, the southeast, there were some caves that had good minerals, but the north, there's caves and that's where everyone's disappearing. Is that correct?
Yeah, the northern side. Again, we're conversing with our teammates, without the world hearing us. Yeah,
Low,
your information.
keep it low.
Was it?
Keep it low.
Yeah. Yeah. Information. They explored caves, but I guess they didn't find anything of value, so they left them. But there's still caves that something could set up shop in, and it's preying on the north end of the town.
I think that's our area of attack.
Yeah, it's at least something to go scope. That's for sure.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
About what time is it?
About 5 p.m.
Yeah, we could give it a check before the sun goes down, but I'd rather not be in unfamiliar zone at nighttime.
I agree. How much daylight do we have left, approximately?
A few hours.
Yeah, so quick check out, scope it out, see what we find. See if we run into any of their hunters, and on the way back, and ask if they've seen or heard anything if we run across them.
Well, it is a fun one to play, Show.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, you all you make your way towards the northern edge of the town, and as you're walking through there, you still see the houses. All the houses still, all the buildings still look in just as good a condition as everything else. But then, as you approach the clearing, you start to see some of the forested area, and you see just lots of different groups of trees and things like that, kind of scattered throughout that area. Go ahead and roll perception.
17.
And lucky you'll have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled a 7 total.
Okay.
That's 14.
So,
Ooh, 22. With
Okay.
with the advantage roll.
Arrakis and Lockjaw, you both see several different paths kind of strewn out throughout the area. Looks like they're older paths. They're not completely overgrown. Lockjaw, you do see one path that kind of starts to head a little bit more northeast of the village, and that is a fairly overgrown path, but you do see some fairly fresh footprints.
Headed out to the woods?
Yeah.
Alright, dwarf size, our size?
Roll investigation.
It's in the woods, so my first Tuesday gets doubled. 12.
They are definitely larger than dwarf.
I pointed over and relay that to my team, being, hey, this doesn't match the locals.
take a look at that.
I was gonna say, I have to head over and take a look, see if I know anything.
I'll start. I guess we'll start. I'll suggest. I'll start looking to see if I can't have a good beat on following the trail then, before we start moving.
Okay, yeah,
So-
you're able to make out the trail they're following thanks to their footprints. You can tell they weren't really being careful about trying to hide their tracks or anything like that.
Do you
Okay.
recognize the footprints?
Roll investigation.
They're not dwarf. I know that much.
26.
19.
They appear to be about the size of humans or elves.
I think these are maybe human or elf footprints.
They're not ours, and they don't match. That's a good guess, but I guess we'll find out.
Should we follow them?
They're going on the north side of the town, which no one's at, and going into the woods. I'm going to go with yes.
Sounds good. Do you notice anything else along the path?
No, not really.
Okay. All right, so I'm assuming we're just following the footprints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for Ron Nolan to be like, and then there was a Trask.
Every tree was a mimic.
Don't give
I'm
us an
not
idea.
that mean.
No, there's something else worse than the manual, I know, but no. F that thing.
Bold of you to assume I only use the manual.
Yeah, well, if you use any of the Pathfinder ones.
Now just give them ideas, huh?
Curiosity.
Okay, so you all are walking along the
And
path.
you're walking.
You don't really see any obvious indications.
The danger.
And we're keeping an eye out for, any traps or anything that may pop up that may be, capturing these people who are venturing into the woods.
Okay, roll investigation.
14.
8.
You do not see any traps.
We're all gonna die out here.
Is there a lot of growth around us, or is it just more of like an open trail?
There's a decent amount of growth. It's not terribly overgrown. It looks like whoever was kind of coming through here last kind of hacked away a little bit to make it easier for them to traverse through the path.
Is there a way that I can kind of be with the group but be stealthy and unseen to others?
Yeah, you can.
Or is it not?
You can step back off of it. That's fine. You can go stealth.
That's what I want to do.
Alright, so breaks off and parallel shadows us. That's fine.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Good old 5.
Good old 5. Okay, so yeah, you think you're stealthy.
With my passive perception, I just probably like he's right. And just keep walking.
So what's the marching order?
I mean, I'll take point because I'm running the trail.
Okay.
I'll be closely behind.
I'll be stealthy.
Are the darker, is that bushes or are those trees?
What, this?
Yeah.
That's trees.
Okay.
And along the right edge there, is that rock face?
That's
or...
that's a part of the mountain.
Okay.
Oh no, he's typing.
E-A-R-A-S-K. No, how do you spell Trask?
You think I need help spelling that?
Oh, there you go.
You think I don't already have that encounter saved? Okay, everybody go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. We're all gonna die. Ooh,
18.
24.
11.
Okay, both Lockjaw and Arrakis, you do hear noises coming from your, we'll say, about your 2 o'clock. 1 to 2 o'clock.
On the map or like in representation of where characters would be facing?
Representation of kind of where you all are walking. So it'd be kind of over in this area.
Down to the right. Okay, gotcha. I'll put my hand up, and whisper and Sylvan to my partner behind me that there's something over there.
And I'll just say, okay. I'll try and turn around to where I think Avra may be, and just be like, and pointing at, trees.
Okay. So what are you all doing?
Hold on, how far away is that? 15, 20.
You're not in combat.
We're just making note.
Because, you know what? Divine Sense has to come in helpful at some point. So that's Divine Sense. Just to see if anything's there.
Okay,
So
so
I
you
can pick
cast
up on.
Divine Sense.
What?
You said you cast Divine Sense.
Yes.
You don't see anything.
Of
You
course
don't
not.
sense anything.
Of course not.
All right. Move forward with caution.
Sure. Go ahead and are you moving forward as well, Lockjaw? I'm sorry, Arrakis.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Avram?
Stealthily as possible.
Okay, roll stealth.
$22.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
You once again believe you are stealthy as all get outs. All right, roll everybody. Roll perception.
I thought we just did that. Okay, man. Ooh, 25.
9.
And yes, that was a natural 20. That's my bonuses.
Okay.
Because we're in the woods. Welcome to my world. I love how he's got it just off screen. I knew you were typing something.
I wasn't typing anything.
I'm not metagaming nothing. Because I have my own kobolds running around in the background.
You hear some angry flapping.
Here we go.
You hear some screeching. And through the brush, or through the trees, you see 2 hippogriffs emerge. Roll initiative.
Oh, damn. Here we go. Could have been worse. 10?
11. 12.
19.
Okay, so Arrakis has 19, Lockjaw has 10, Avram has 12. Okay. So, top of the order then is Arrakis.
All right. So, so I will. Oh shoot! How fast am I? 30. If I move 30, can I get to one of the hippogriffs?
No.
No.
Are they airborne?
No, they're on the ground.
Yeah, crap.
I will move to the front and right of Lockjaw, but stay relatively, maybe, I mean, I guess how far I can move.
Give me 1 second. Oh, let me
No
do
problem.
this. Got it. There. So you're gonna move to the front and right, so like right about there, because that'd be as far as you can move.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
And how far am I away from the hippogriff to the bottom hippogriff?
20 feet.
20 feet. I will use my breath weapon.
Oh shit! Starting off strong.
Okay.
So that is 2d6. And it's a dex saving throw of 13.
Okay.
And I rolled a 6. And it's half damage on success.
Alrighty, so as you breathe out this breath of fire, you see a line of fire just exit Arrakis's mouth and head straight for this hippogriff. You see the hippogriff rear up and bat its wing, or fan its wings, trying to help push this away, but it doesn't do anything, and you watch as this fire just hits the hippogriff and starts to burn some of the feathers. You hear an awful "Rah!" As it lands back on the ground. You can see it is now, it's fairly singed, and it's just "Rah!" and just angrily pawing the ground at you.
Okay.
Let me see. I think that is. Well, hold on. That's all right now.
Okay. Avram, you are up.
So if I am hidden, potentially, I'd be able to get my sneak attack in with my ranged weapon.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to attack with my light crossbow.
What are you attacking?
The hippogriff that is to almost parallel, the one that's closer. That's one that's closer to me on the top of the map.
Okay. So this one? So that's
Oh,
what?
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55. So that's 60 feet away. It's actually 65 feet away.
Range of 80.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack.
That is a natural 1. Total.
Okay. Roll a straight D20.
Sure.
This is gonna
Glad Lockjaw's behind me.
Don't say that just yet.
Arc over.
be 6.
And roll a D4.
Ooh.
Flagged.
Actually, 2. Okay. So, as you go to aim at the second hippogriff, as you aim at this leftmost hippogriff, right as you're getting ready to fire, you suddenly sneeze. And as you sneeze, you accidentally jerk the trigger and loose the crossbow, or loose the bolt. And this bolt goes completely missing that other hippogriff, because it's way to the right of it. But instead of the hippogriffs, you manage to catch Lockjaw right on the left part of his shoulder for 2 damage.
God damn it. Ow. Just glare over my shoulder at somewhere in the bushes and be like, really, bro? Alright. I'm assuming that's it.
Well, that was his action. I don't know if he's trying to do anything else.
I'm trying to I'm even with that, I'm trying to remain hidden as much as I possibly can. Can I still do like a stealth check to stay hidden? Or because I shot the. Oh, I'm automatically.
Yeah, you can make a stealth check to stay hidden.
All right. 7.
Okay. Lockjaw, you're up.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to. These things haven't made any hostile movements at us.
Well, they've charged at you so far. I mean, what do you want to do?
I'm going to take one step to the north. 5-foot shift. Yep. And can I do I almost want to say I want to do a nature check on these two and see if, like, I don't know, like swans. Is this a mated pair? Are they being territorial? Are they acting like they normally would? Like, if we back off, are they going to back off?
You can roll in. Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
Eight.
There are 2 hippogriffs standing in the wood cawing at you angrily.
Awesome. No, I'm assuming that was my action.
That would be. I'll say that's your bonus action.
All right. I don't know any better. I'm going to target the one that we've already singed a little bit and use my longbow on it.
Okay.
Of course, that was fucking really good. 24.
Roll your damage.
8 points.
Okay. As you loose your, you draw your you draw your arrow, and you let it fly, and you see this arrow just sink right into the neck, just above the, what would be the withers. And you see some blood dripping down of it, and you just hear it go, "Rah!" And it turns and looks at you.
Here we go. Can I back? Well, I can still move, right?
Yeah, you still have your move action.
Can I back up another fucking? Actually, you know what? Move me down 2 more. Oop. We lost the rogue, and then move me back 3. And that's all my movement.
Okay.
No, this way I'm like, like I just yell at the paladin. You got this, bro. You got this.
All right. So with that move, 1 second. There we go.
It only took 2 hours and 18 minutes tonight to get to frozen screen.
With that move, the hippogriff that you shot.
That's the paladin singed.
Yeah. Charges forward into energy into Lockjaw.
What? No, I'm way back.
I'm sorry, not Lockjaw, Arrakis.
Arrakis, yeah.
The second hippogriff takes flight.
Gotcha.
Ah, damn it.
I'm just doing their movement at the moment, so that they're those two's movements.
You thought you were safe.
So the first hippogriff, the one that you breathed fire on, he is going to. The first thing he does is he rears up and swipes a claw at Arrakis. And he does. Ooh, that's brutal. 9 points of damage. He swipes the claw into Arrakis, and he's able to catch him right in the shoulder and just drag it straight down your arm. He's ripping your flesh and muscle, and you're seeing blood just starting to flow out of it. And as he lands, he then lunges with his beak. And does 13 points of damage.
Shit.
He bites right down. He manages to grab Arrakis like right in the neck.
You still up?
Barely. Yep.
As you see he's sitting there just shaking him. And as you see him let go of it, you can see this big puncture wound and what looks like some chunks of flesh missing from his neck where the beak just tore off him.
Awesome.
The second hippogriff has charged down Avram.
And he disappeared. He's like, I'm out.
He goes to swipe with his claws and just overextends. He completely swipes with his claws and catches the tree next to Avram.
Huh?
And then, as he goes to lunge with with his beak, you're able to see the beak coming, and you're able to just jump back and dodge out of the way in time.
Yay!
And at this point,
another one comes down the mountain.
the other you see this third hippogriff fly down, and it's still sitting there flying, and this is about as far as he can make it. Yeah, he appears to have come down, or it appears to have come down from the mountain because of the cawing that was occurring because of all these other hippogriffs that are fighting. And that leads us back to top of the round. Arrakis, you are up.
I was going to say, how's that hippogriff looking in front of Arrakis?
It's hurting, but it's still in the fight.
Fudge. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking through a couple things. All right.
Break this thing still.
I think I have to take my. I gotta drink my health potion.
Okay, just so you know, drinking a potion within 5 feet gives them an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an action.
Because you are not focusing on them to drink the potion.
I say disengage and back up.
But then you can't drink the potion. I'll hit him with my longsword.
Spite.
Okay, make your attack.
22 to hit.
All right, roll your damage.
6 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
So he's on the ground, correct?
Yes, this one is on the ground.
Gotcha. I will, let's see. I will come through and kind of do an overhand swing and chop down, chopping a wing off.
Hey, we're having wings tonight.
Okay, as you swing at this, as you do an overhand strike, and as your sword comes down, you catch it right in the wing joint, and you you swung with such tremendous force that you're able to actually slice through the wing joint. You feel some resistance, but your blade does make it all the way through. You see the wing fall to the side, and you hear this horrendous. It collapses down because of the arrow in it and the fire damage, and now you're finally seeing all of this blood start coming out of the shoulder. You see it just slowly stop breathing.
Everything okay? Cool. Cool.
All right, and
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, Avram, you are up.
This is. All right. Let us. I have to. And 15, 20. As a bonus action, I'm going to
Freeze? Disappear.
Yep.
sorry.
You might have to try to run with the camera off for the moment. That might save your bandwidth.
All right,
This.
we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Lockjaw, you're up.
All right, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's in front of him.
On this one, okay.
Yep, and then I'm going to take a shot with my longbow.
Sure.
That is a glorious 19.
You hit.
All right. He takes 7 points from the arrow itself, and then takes another 4 points from Hunter's Mark.
Okay. As you let this arrow go, the arrow kind of pierces just under the wing of this hippogriff, and you hear you see a bunch of blood start draining out of it. You see the hippogriff kind of stumble to the side.
Also, right after I shoot, I'm going to put myself between Arathis and the other hippogriff that's airborne.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that would be what I would do on my rounds. If
I'm back. Hopefully.
okay.
Yep. So I just had Lockjaw go while we
Yeah,
were
that's fine.
having that sort out. So you're up, Avram.
All right, so I'm going to disengage from my wonderful hippogriff,
Okay.
and I am going to. I can run, correct?
You can, but because you're in the trees, you'll be at you'll have to make athletics at disadvantage.
All right. Well, I need to get the heck out of here. So,
For the record, I jacked it up.
so I'm gonna try and make a mad dash for where Lockjaw and Arachnus are.
Okay. Roll athletics.
I'm hoping that because I'm so close to the edge, we can be good. 15.
Yep, you make it out. So that's 5, 15.
The two of them.
20, 25, 30.
I don't get more than just a regular walking speed?
No, because you have a standard move action. You can do a double move.
Okay.
Rogues.
Well, anybody can double move,
Yeah.
but that
Well, yeah,
consumes your action.
Yeah, but they're yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely no. I want to go right in between the two of them.
I was gonna say, you sure you don't want to shoot this thing? I mean, it's
Okay.
I will, but I need cover right now.
you need the meat shield, and now I'm in front. All right, go.
Okay. So the hippogriff that you shot, lucky.
Is pissed.
Oh yeah. He's gonna fly right into you.
Yep, I'm not surprised. Sharp pointy rocks, bring it on.
Hold on, I gotta do that.
Oh god, he's pulling out another book.
And that is claws. So the hippogriff, as he comes down on you, he swipes his claws into you. And his claw just kind of like grabs right into your chest and just drags straight down your chest, almost bisecting you, dealing a total of 14 points.
Oh, I'm down. Like hard on the ground. Let me just put that at 0.
Sure?
Hmm?
Because you don't you have 15?
No, because the rogue shot me.
right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Whoop.
I didn't mean to.
Here we go.
Where's character generation again?
And the second
Seriously?
hippogriff flies in. He went to finish. He went to bite at you with his beak, and because that drag across your chest dropped you, his snap missed. This hippogriff lands right next to the original one, and because of what's happening, it's going to swipe at Arrakis and then bite at Avram.
Right.
Armor class is 19.
Oh, I know what your armor class is.
Yeah.
Arrakis, you are now unconscious.
Shit.
As it swipes into you, as the claw digs into you, it finally gets a good claw on your chest and just drops you. Avram,
Yeah.
it it bites into your shoulder hard, dealing 11 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Arrakis, first death save.
You gotta roll D20, baby.
6.
A 6? Okay, that is
Yep.
your first fail. First of 3. Avram, what are you doing?
Was they're within 5 feet of me, I'd have to disengage to do something. Correct?
If you want to leave their engagement range without an attack of opportunity, yes.
I was hoping to use one of the healing potions on either one of them.
Yeah, you would have to. You'd have to disengage, and I'll still let you use the healing potion, but you do have to take the disengage.
I'll take the disengage and then use a healing potion on. Oh,
The only one you'd be able to do is Arrakis.
okay. And that's actually what I was going to go with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your healing potion.
What is that again? Just remind me.
A
Forget what it is.
potion of healing is 2d4
Oh, here it is.
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. You've got a 8.
Okay. So you heal Arrakis for 8 points. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm looking for something at the same time.
It's okay.
I'm multitasking.
Alright. Do you want me to roll my death save?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your death save.
8.
First fail.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you are now up.
Yes. Wondrous 8 points of healing.
And you're going to see him move closer. How many HP does everybody have
8.
Total or currently?
currently?
3.
Did you TPK us?
No, but the hippogriff that moved closer to Avram did manage to bite down on his neck again, knocking you unconscious for a total
Alright.
of 6 points of damage.
6.
Uh-huh. And the last hippogriff failed that. Failed that. Wow. Arrakis, you are somehow able to dodge both of the attacks. You're able to just kind of like parry you're able to parry out the claw attack, and you just swing your head back in time to avoid the beak attacking into you.
The one on the left fucked up. You fucked up.
It is now your turn, Arrakis.
Can you remind me again? So they're both on the ground attacking up in the air?
Yes, they are both on the ground.
And the one to the right has not been hit, but the one to the left has been hit.
The one to the left
Person.
is not. He's looking a little wounded. The one to the right has not been touched.
All right. All right. I'm going to. Am I within range of the one that's already been hit?
You're within 5 feet of both of them.
Okay. I'm going to attack with my long sword
Okay.
to the one that's already been hit, the one to the left,
Sure.
and 19 to hit.
That hits.
I'm going to divine smite.
Okay.
Okay, so I roll for damage, which is an 12 damage, and then do 2d8, correct?
Yeah.
For 3 again. Yes, divine smite.
As your sword comes swinging down on this hippogriff, you're able to just cut it right in its neck. And you almost get the neck cleanly off, and you just see this radiant energy just start to cook this hippogriff from the inside out as you hear. It is dead.
Oh, is that okay? Okay, that's good to know.
Evrim, roll your.
Hold on, real quick. I'm just trying to see if I want to do a bonus action. I'm sorry. Pardon me? What?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm really just trying to decide which one I need to use. What do I do? Fuck. I am going to go and cast Shield of Faith and hope that that's the right one.
Okay. What are you casting Shield of Faith on?
Myself?
You can.
Fuck. Okay, can I... Oh, shit, hold on. Can I cast Sanctuary on myself? Award a creature within range against attack?
No. Because it's a range spell. So range you can't do on yourself. If it's touch or self, then I allow you to do it on yourself.
But I'm just asking just for future reference. So it says, ward a creature within range. Does that mean within 30 feet or it has to be 30 feet away?
Within 30 feet.
Not
But
you.
it can't be self, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it gives you a range distance, you can't do it to yourself. If it
Gotcha.
says
Okay.
touch or self, then you can do it to yourself. That's how I play that.
Gotcha. I'm struggling here. Nope, that's not that. I will cast Wrathful
Really?
Smite. But it's the next time I hit, so I mean, that's the only bonus action I have.
Yeah.
Like I can't use any like healing potions or anything like that, correct? Because that's an action.
Yeah, healing potions are an action. I would have recommended. So you cast Wrathful Smite on yourself. Cool. I would have recommended Thunderous Smite, but You chose Raffle.
My thought was I didn't want, if there's any other bad guys out there at 300 feet, loud sound. That's what I was thinking. But
You're
I
also
gotcha.
one hit from death. Just
Go
saying.
big, go big or go home.
Avram, roll your death save.
Here we go. That is a failure. 6.
Okay, so that is death save number 2, I believe.
Mine?
No, that's
No.
your first death
That
save.
is correct.
Yep,
I'm the one that's been down the whole time.
that's right. Lockjaw, roll your death save.
I hate you. 9.
That's a failure.
Yep.
So this last hippogriff is very, very angry at you. And how many points do you have?
8.
This is not good.
He is able to swing his claw into you, dealing 9 points of damage. Actually, 10 points of damage.
Then we got that save point.
So, at this point, Arrakis, you are now unconscious. Go ahead and make your death save.
18.
Okay, so that's a save. Avram,
11.
that's a success. Lockjaw,
19.
that's a success. You see him, this hippogriff, kind of come down and check its compatriot. It's sitting there, its beak's right hitting this hippogriff. Arrakis, next death save.
$10.
That's a success. Avram,
14.
that's a success. Lockjaw,
12.
that's a success. So as it stands right now, Arrakis, you have what? Two successes.
2 saves, yep. 2
Okay.
successes.
Avram, you have 1 fail and 2 success.
Yep.
And Lockjaw, you have 2 and 2.
Correct.
Okay. Well, let's go through the last round. This hippogriff's still kind of pestering its friend. So let's go through the last round of death saves. Or the next round of death saves, I should say. Arrakis,
16.
that's a success. You are stable with 1 HP. You're unconscious. Or not unconscious, you're prone, but you have 1 HP. You can move next turn.
Gotcha.
Avram,
I have 6 for a failure.
okay, so 2 and 2. And Lockjaw,
2 and 2.
Thank you. 19.
so you have now stabilized with 1 HP as well. Luckily, because of how you guys have stabilized, and you're not really making any noise. Well, you know, the hippogriff hasn't noticed that you guys have not died. So Avram, what do you do?
I'm still down.
I'm sorry,
I gotta
Arrakis.
do my last save.
Arrakis.
Okay.
Oh, me? I'm sorry.
Yep.
And to get up, it's half my movement.
Yes.
just reach over and lay hands on him. Just be like, touch. They don't even have to move.
Okay. Oh,
You can do that while you're prone. Yeah.
I can. I
Yeah.
can reach him. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will just reach over, slowly reach over, and just give him a hit point.
1 hit point. Okay.
I mean, I don't have tons, and they're hitting for more than what we got, so
Okay.
that'll stabilize him, correct?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Avram, you're unconscious, but you suddenly feel just a small burst of what feels like just warmth coming through you, and you're able to regain consciousness. You have 1 hit point.
All right.
What do you do? Oh, are you trying to stand up, Arrakis?
No, I'm going to
Okay.
stay laying down for right now.
Okay. Avram, what do you
And
do?
that's like,
I'm trying to think here.
just a point. Can you like shoot from the ground? Is that like
You
Does
can,
that
but
do
you're at
anything?
disadvantage.
okay? I figured it was something like that.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna. I guess that's probably the best call. Is just to take a shot at the hippogriff that doesn't know we're back alive.
Okay.
That's meta. I can't. Damn it! I can't say it out loud.
Would that be with sneak attack since he doesn't know we're alive? Or
He is not actively engaged in you, so yes, it would be a sneak attack.
all right.
But it is at disadvantage.
How does that work? Sorry.
Roll
Forgot how that
2d20,
worked.
take the lowest.
That or pop up and fucking go for broke.
Roll 2d20 and take the lowest, right? You said.
Yes.
It would be a 10 to hit.
That does not hit. You see the arrow kind of whiz right towards the hippogriff's wing, and at the last second, he flaps his wing, and it goes just next to it. But it now knows that at least one of you is alive.
So it noticed it. I was wondering. I didn't want to say anything. It noticed the
Oh,
boat
yeah.
going down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it has very good eyes and hearing, and it heard the sound of a crossbow. Lockjaw, you're up.
Fuck. We're gonna kick this party off. All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna put Mark a Hunter on this thing.
Okay, you mark it.
Fuck. I'm gonna be the rabbit. I'm gonna get up. I'm going to.
Okay, so that's 15 feet.
Yep. I'm going to. I need to put this thing in the line. All right. I'm going to go over the corpse of this thing and get behind our rogue. No, sorry. Moving diagonal left and then over 2, I guess.
Right here.
Now, go down 2 and left 2.
Roll an athletics check.
Really?
Yeah, you're trying to climb over a dead monster.
5. I didn't go anywhere. I'm in its corpse.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to then shoot this fucker. Let's see. So my shot is 22 to hit.
That hits.
Takes 4 points of piercing from the arrow.
Okay.
And takes another 6 points straight from Hunter's Mark. So 10 points total.
So your arrow flies right in, and because of how you're looking at it, it goes pretty much just. If we're looking at it, it'd be right above the breast and sinks in, and you see just a lot of blood start flowing out of it, and you hear,
Of course it is.
and it is now angry at you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure it's pissed. Look, if you connect above 16, I'm already down already.
You go down. Roll 4d6.
Are you fucking serious? I hate you. So I'm gonna work on my next character.
We didn't have our healer with us, by the way.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there like, what can I do? But it was a critical hit on on claws. Like 2d6. Okay, well there's 12, 4 and a 2 plus 3. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, Lucky.
Yeah, it's whatever.
We will talk after this.
Yeah.
But that is its turn, and it is now Arrakis' turn.
I am going to stand up
Okay.
and take a swing with the longsword.
Okay.
11 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
And your smite.
Oh. Hold on, I have to find it again.
1d6.
5.
As you hit it, you see this awful, you hear this awful come out of it. You were able to get a really good swing into it. You pretty much just kind of like lunged right into its chest, and you managed to just stab right into its heart, and it just collapsed.
Good.
I'll finish out the round. Avram, is there anything you're trying to do?
There's nothing I have nothing. I don't think I have anything I can do.
So, I didn't describe what happened to Lucky. I should have. He swung with his claws so hard it literally cut him in half.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Arrakis.
Yeah.
Is there anything that can be done?
I will go over and pump as much lay on hands as I can into both parts of his body.
Okay, you spend every last remaining lay on hand point you have. Nothing happens.
I can't. I can't.
I understand. Should we take him back to the academy and maybe they can do something there?
Of course.
Okay.
You gotta get back there fast.
So, this is where we're going to end the session tonight. Arrakis and Avram, you each get 300 experience.
Ew.
Lucky,
Hmm?
we got to talk.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm intentionally ending it here for the night, though.
Yeah, figured as much.
I would recommend looting his corpse.
Damn. The DM's even cold. No, I'm kidding.
I told y'all, I'm not forgiving. I roll the dice, and they roll the numbers they roll.
No, look, that was look. No one feel bad. I knew this was what we wanted. Someone had to rabbit it. Give the rest of the team a chance. So,
It wouldn't have been death to you if it wasn't a nat 20.
yeah. So,
sorry.
nothing to be sorry about.
So yeah, that's going to end the stream for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. I only feel slightly bad about killing the character.
You said that could happen, but I'm not done with trying to potentially save him.
Let me rephrase it. He's dead. Unless
Okay.
you have divine intervention, he is dead.
There's no way to ask somebody at the academy for that.
His body is in 2 halves. And you still have to bring back proof that you killed these.
Oh Jesus! All right. Well then. All right. Let's loot the body.
We'll deal with all that next week. That's what we're gonna start off.
That's fine. That works.
So.
Well, that's why we don't go anywhere without our healer, I guess.
I guess.
We should have just sat at the academy all day. Oh man. All right. Well, it was.
I mean, what? We're not dead.
So what?
We're not dead.
Yes, I know that.
Don't say it was fun when you're not dead.
Oh.
I mean, I got to experience my first person who died. That's the first time anyone's died in anything for me. So, yeah, I feel sad. I really do. My Dragonborn brethren is laying there in half. I literally feel sad.
I
will carry them myself. I'll carry both pieces if I need.
Alrighty, with that, I'm going to end the stream. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening. Show I will get with you probably this weekend.
Okay.
Not you. I was talking to somebody in chat.
Alright.
So have a wonderful evening.